Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's daily analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into the action today on this Thursday, July 11th, 2013. Markets are having a substantial rally today across the board, except for the financials, which are a little bit on the weaker side today, which is kind of an interesting little factor today we'll discuss shortly. But really, it's amazing because the action in the up market occurred yesterday between about 4:30 p.m. and 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. And since then, the market's opened right there this morning, and we've almost had no volatility all day, and volume is dead. All right, it's so amazing to see the volume picture here because you got 83 million traded on the SPY. We're kind of on target for like 110 million today, which is basically as light as the last few days in the markets and as light as really any day this month in July, including around the holiday. So it's just a really interesting little situation here where the market gains. Obviously, the little guy's not getting involved because the little guy wasn't buying right then after hours yesterday. And even the big boys aren't participating in buying today because otherwise you'd see more volume. So it's really a situation where the market gapped up and has gone sideways all day, almost as if it was a flat day minus the gap up. Really interesting again, folks. And again, just to understand what happened. We essentially had the Fed minutes yesterday. We saw that initial spike in yesterday's video. I talked to you guys about a reversal. We did get that reversal yesterday, as I predicted in yesterday's free video, right down here. And then I said, watch for Bernanke's speech after hours and his comments. And the comments came out, and he was about as dovish as could be. Right, so dovish. Basically saying, yeah, we'll print as long as we need to. Print, print, print. I love printing. Printing's my best friend, and etc. So these factors yielded a major move in the futures after hours, and that's really where we're sitting now. We're sitting at those levels from yesterday after hours, and we're going sideways. Here's the high of the day. We're right now approaching that high of the day. Here's the low of the day, and we've been trading in this tight range all day long. Believe it or not, the range today, folks, is basically a 50-cent range. I mean, that's really what it is. 166.50-ish to 167.15, 50, 65-cent range all day long. And that's pretty amazing, again, as I said. Now, the financials. I think we need to discuss the financials. Wells Fargo is down on the day. Stock was down much, much more earlier, has come back a little bit. But why is Wells Fargo down today? All right, if Ben Bernanke is going to print a lot of money, printing money is the best for big banks because big banks get all that money for free in terms of QE. It goes right into the big banks. They can loan it out based on how they want to. QE and printing of money has really been the best thing that has ever happened to the big banks, right? It bailed them out way back in the day, and it's still helping them out here now. So why is Wells Fargo down today? Why is JPM on a huge update in the markets where we see the S&P 500 up 19 points, Dow's up 146, Nasdaq's up 51, huge move on the Nasdaq. Why, and you can see I day traded it a little bit today, but why is JPM just up 16 cents on the day? I mean, why is that going on here, folks? And I think that's the big question. Because that, to me, is a divergence. It's a negative divergence. Our markets are up big, although they've gone sideways all day long, but these financials aren't participating. Even Goldman Sachs is only up 93 cents, which is a little bit better move percentage-wise than what JPM is, and Wells Fargo's negative. But these stocks should be leading today. And the last few days we've seen them lag in addition to today. So again, it's just something that sticks in the back of my mind to remember, in case we start seeing any other signals. Now, right now, you have to admit the markets are on a powerful move. All right, a few days ago, we came into a key resistance level. I thought the markets would stall out there. But again, never underestimate the Federal Reserve and Ben Bernanke and printing of money, as we've seen here, and the markets continue to, surge higher. If you go to the daily SPY, I think it's an amazing chart here. Let me flip over to the daily chart. By the way, we just hit the double top from the high of the day today. But, I mean, look at the vertical move we've had on the spiders. From this low, which was 155.50 or so, 155.50, 155, we are now at 167, and that's in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Basically, less than three weeks, we've gone up 12 points in the SPY, which is about 8%. But just think about that. In 3 weeks, an 8% gain in the market's huge gain. Now, the interesting thing is we have not taken out this all-time high here. And one thing I was kind of going over the charts that I thought was interesting, so I'll pass it along to you guys. If you go back to 2007 when we made the high in the market and we started to collapse down, we had the same basic pattern. You had this down move and a little bit of a pop. You had a sharper down move and a huge pop as buyers bought the dip. And then after that, we never took out the high and we collapsed down. So, I mean, just in that respect, I just want to remember that too. These are all little tidbits. Now, it doesn't mean a hill of beans right now, but I want to see if that actually comes to fruition again if we're looking at a longer term top in the markets. And again, we should know at this rate within a few days. I mean, heck, we're only 2 points away from the SPY being at a double top tomorrow, maybe even, or early next week, and maybe even new all-time highs on the SPY. So I am kind of monitoring this, folks, as we go around and we see how it plays out. But some fascinating stuff for sure on the S&P 500, looking at the parities and kind of the matching it up from 2007 to this current period in 2013. All right. What else do we want to talk about here? Well, we talked about the financials. The one area that is having a great move today is technology. I just said the Nasdaq was having a monster move. Look at where Amazon is, guys. How many days have I said this in this video that Amazon was going to hit 300? Right now, it's trading at the highs of the day at 299.94. So you're basically 6 cents away from the 300 even number. I actually like it as a possible short once it gets above 300. So I'll say that right now. I'll say it again any day of the week. But I do like Amazon when it gets, again, I'm going to give the level out to the research center members here at inthemoneystocks.com. I can't really give it out to you guys specifically because you guys aren't paying members, but I will tell you above 300 there's a level. It's a little ways above 300, but there is a level there that at that stage of the game I'm going to say, all right, this is the spot, and I'm going to take a short on Amazon at that point. So it might have a little, again, Friday is going to be probably like volume tomorrow. Markets could be sideways tomorrow after such a big day today. And then I think next week, even Monday, could be a little bit of upside. But I would say if Amazon gets north of 305, 310, somewhere in that vicinity, it's going to start to shape up to be a pretty sweet opportunity there on the charts for a short. All right, Apple, guys. Apple has broken out. I repeat, Apple has broken out. And let me bring up the Apple chart here, AAPL. And the breakout has occurred, and you can see I day traded it earlier today as well. But the breakout has occurred above the 420, 421 level. And today you'll confirm the breakout, so you're off to the races here. I actually think upside is pretty obvious here in Apple. You should see some significant upside. Granted, after a day like today, maybe it pauses tomorrow. 50 MA will be minor. That's at the 435-ish, 436 area. Then you're looking at this area up here, which is 460, 470 area. And I think Apple actually has a chance to get all the way to the 485 level, which is the 200 MA over the next month or two. I really do think that it has a good chance of getting there. So just keep that in the back of your minds, folks. And again, we will be looking for that as a possibility. And, keep on trading it accordingly, I guess. All right, so nice one there. Baidu today is up $3.71. That's a great move on BIDU, guys. It's popping through this, but look at what it's coming into. 200 MA. So really interesting to see that. Also, what I think is interesting here is look at this. If you connect this low to this pivot high, you're getting the 200 MA right there, which is where current price is coming into. So that's just something else to take note of on the charts. I do believe that, again, you'll probably run into some pretty good resistance here coming in on Baidu. All right, guys. Chevron is somewhat on the weaker side, as is Exxon. Both stocks are not really performing as well, but oil is down today, so I think that's part of it. We did swing trade short oil yesterday, and that's working out pretty well. So that's good to see. And again, we're just going to keep track of things and keep following things. All right, guys? So again, have a great afternoon, great evening. Come join us. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. If you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, the intraday stock chat is for you. And again, join us here, Profit for Life. We're here making money. Take care.